Finally made it into Leicester. It took us over an hour to get here. The parking is atrocious and it's a glorious day. We're going to go and spend it at the cinema.
First sunny day in ages and we're going inside.
Well, it has rained a couple of times en route. It took us that long to get here. I think it might be a bit windy for you to hear this, but this is never this busy. This is the top floor. There's normally like 10 or 15 cars up here, even on a busy Saturday.
This is the wonder that is my Byron Burger. How awesome does that look? And I have courgette fries.
Okay, Jen's looks amazing. I'm kind of jealous. We're waiting for Independence Day and I think we might be on our own. There's no one here.
That way.
Well, she's here. She's always here.
I'm always here. I'm stuck to you.
We saw Independence Day Resurgence, is it? Resurgence?
2, Independence Day.
Yeah, and it was awesome.
It was really good.
Shut up, you were asleep through most of it.
Not most of it.
The amount of times I had to nudge her to stay awake because she was dropping off, she's like... So I put my finger in her mouth to wake her up, so what, I'm awake! And then she'll start nodding off, and she's like, head down like this. So I'll push her head back up, she's like, I'm awake! She wasn't awake, but she was after I woke her up.
I thought I was awake, but it turns out I wasn't.
No.
But I still saw most of it, and the bit I saw was really, really, really good.
It was. If you've not seen it, I'd definitely recommend it. I won't put any spoilers in.
No.
But I was curious, at the end of the first one, we saw it again the other day, I was like, how exactly are they going to make it 2 other than just like a rehash of the same film? And they did a really, really good job. They basically, it was either go big or go home. And they went fucking big.
Yes.
They went big. It was awesome. Great cast. It was a shame there's no Will Smith. I don't know why. Do you guys know why there was no Will Smith in there? If you do, let us know in the comments down below. Anyway, we went to Byron Burger before we went in. And it was super tasty, but not the best. And I've only been to Byron Burger once before in Cambridge and it was pretty good. But this was, I think, after the burger I made the other day, which if you guys haven't seen it, you should go check it out. In one of our later videos, earlier this week, it was nowhere near as good. I enjoyed mine so much better. It was a bit different, but the burger was just dry. Wait staff were nice.
Staff were awesome. Every
reasonable
one of them
price,
was lovely.
yeah. But the burger was just dry. You had some crazy courgette fries or something.
Yeah, courgette fries.
They were weird.
They were tasty, but I don't know.
They were battered.
Again.
They were battered in something and then deep fried. So they were basically people on a diet. They're kidding themselves as to that it's been a healthy option, because there was probably more carby shitness on them than were my entire bucket of fries.
And there were loads of them.
There were quite a few.
I didn't expect to get that many.
We're off to go and try and find some
pick and mix.
Pick and mix, yeah. We were in the cinema and we fancied some pick and mix. But I wasn't enamoured by the selection of pick and mix. I was like, I like the idea of pick and mix, but I don't want that pick and mix. So on the way out the cinema and all the way to here, Jen was on her phone trying her best to find where there was somewhere she can get a pick and mix from. So we're going to try and find a supermarket nearby that we don't normally go to that may have said pick and mix. Because, I don't know, I have a craving for it. Although it's probably cheaper and easier to go and buy a load of random packs of crisps, not crisps, sweets, and then mix them ourselves. That's pick and mix. It's just not as fun. What's your favourite bit from the pick and mix? I remember when I was a kid, I used to have those really long, tapey worm type things that have got like the chewy colour on the outside and then the white, soft centre through the middle. What was yours?
I don't know those.
Like ropes. Ah, well, they were my favourite. They were huge.
Snakes that had the white bottoms.
Yeah.
I remember those. I used to like the dolphins, mostly just because they were dolphins. Like blue semi-transparent dolphin shapes, like really big ones like that. But I was only ever allowed one at once.
After you've told us where Will Smith was, also let us know what your favourite sort of sweet or candies, you Americans would put it, from the pick and mix selection.
We're going to Asda on Exploration Drive. Do you know what else is on Exploration Drive? The Space Centre! When you're up high in the middle of town, you can see the Space Centre right out on the outskirts, and it looks like this ginormous balloon. And then when you actually come out here, it looks so tiny. Warning, sharks! Apparently Asda's in North Leicester have sharks at them. Okay, well maybe not actually sharks, but they threaten sharks. So we found the pick and mix, and it left a lot to be desired. They had some really good choices of sweets, but they were selling it by the bucket, and the smallest buckets were £2.
It's like tiny cup.
Tiny cups they were. Really, really expensive for not very many sweets. And then we found like a do-it-yourself pick and mix section next to it that was 5 little packets of sweets, like tiny little packets of sweets for £1, which was really, really good. And they had a huge selection, and we got some awesome stuff to share with you in a bit. While we're in the supermarket, I picked up a leaflet for Pie Fest. It's in like a month's time, and it is apparently the UK's greatest pie festival. Can't imagine the UK has more than one pie festival, but it's in Melton Mowbray, which is the home of the pork pie, in my understanding. They make amazing pork pies. I think we should go to Pie Fest, Chris.
We just got back home and there was a nice surprise waiting for me. Well, I say waiting, I know I ordered it from Amazon, but it was waiting for me. It is a new mouse mat. It's a glass one. It's supposed to be white. It has a white background, but the glass has given it quite a green tinge, which is better than a black mouse mat. Most of the mouse mats are black. It's a bit odd with it being a glass finish, because this mouse...
Oh, it's a horrible noise.
Right, grating sound. She'll get used to it. If not, we might need a different mouse mat. I'd prefer not to have a mouse mat and just work on this surface, but I don't know how durable it's gonna be. There is no rest for the wicked. The next job for me today is to put up some more IKEA furniture. This time it is more for the study. I don't know why I was looking down there, you can't see there, it's just, I'm gonna put it under here. What I'm gonna be putting up is this thing. We'd originally bought some wheels to go on it, but I think it's going to be just too tall to put under this table with the wheels on. So the choice is, I put it up, Jen puts the kettle on, or Jen puts it up and I put the kettle on. Jen, you decide.
I'm going to put the kettle on.
As you can probably tell, I'm a bit red. I've literally just this second finished putting that unit up. I had a couple of problems. One, I used the wrong screw in the wrong place, which meant I had to force the other screw in the other place just to make use of all the bits and pieces. But it seems to be working okay. Fingers crossed it doesn't fall to pieces because I screwed up. This is the on-desk Alex unit, and this is one that we just shoved under. There it is. As you can probably appreciate though, drawers on their own can be a bit useless without sort of dividers and stuff like that. So, when we were in IKEA buying that unit, we had a little scrounge through loads of departments, including the kitchen, to find, this is essentially, I think it was 50p, cutlery drawer thing, cutlery separator for your kitchen. These fit in here pretty well. There's a little gap underneath it. You suppose you could put a few pieces of random paper or whatever, but you can actually pop that in there, you can push it back to get the stuff from underneath, and it just helps separate things, which is brilliant.
You guarding the sweets, Shep? They're not for you. They're not. Thought I'd show you guys this pick and mix that we got. We spent £1.50 in Asda and we got all of these amazing pick and mix sweets. Sherbet fountains, I'm super excited about. I don't know why Chris only picked up one Love Heart dip. I'm guessing this one is for him. He says yes. That means I get his sherbet fountain, or apparently Shep does. Hello. We managed to get a significantly better selection than we could from the pick and mix. And it only cost £3 for all of that amazing stuff. There's no way we could have got all that with the little tubs that Asda sell. Leave us a comment down below to let us know what your favourite sweet is. And don't forget to like this video. And please subscribe. Happy Saturday. And we will see you tomorrow. Good night.
Seriously, right, I don't think I've ate this much ever. I really hurt. Yesterday I was up until about 11 o'clock last night.